Hello Model Railroaders, John back with the 16 by 8 River layout, but today we're not talking about my layout. We're talking about some more of my Model Train 3D printing. This product I printed, and it took me a little bit to get it to print properly. The kit is, or the file I downloaded off a site called Cults 3D. It's C-U-L-T-S. And you have to sign up. A lot of this stuff's free, a lot of it you have to pay for. This particular file was free, so if you want to just download it yourself, you can. The only thing I'm going to tell you is the way the file comes, it won't, for me, it wouldn't print properly. So I had to really heavily modify it myself. Some other people may have better luck. I'm not a professional at printing this stuff. I just kind of do little things to make things work. So little ways of doing things. And the key for me is I always find orientation of what I'm printing is the key factor to make things look good. This thing looks pretty darn nice. I would use it on a layout. I paint it, and this stuff you can paint very easily. It paints with no issues. Kind of go around so you can see it. It's exactly what the Walters kit is. But if you have a printer, it's cheap and doesn't cost much to print it. Just time. Everything's time with this stuff. I think anyone who does 3D can understand what I'm saying. I don't have any little semi-trucks to put sticking out of the building. So this is all I really got. I don't have a lot of N-scale stuff. I have a couple train sets and some miscellaneous cars and track, but I do like it, and I will one day build a little tiny layout just to have. I may even use this elevator on some little diorama that I'm going to keep, but I made this little mock diorama just so I can kind of display and show you, and it gives you a size, a scale of everything. So, but it came out really nice. So what I'm going to show you now is the way the file came on my computer. I'm going to have to lift this up a little bit. Excuse me, it's going to get a little bumpy. Okay, so what you see there is the way, that's the way the file came when I downloaded it. That's what you will get. Unless you got some super machine or something, you can't print that in one chunk. It just won't work. At least for me, it did not. I didn't even attempt to. I just knew right away this was not something that was going to print very well. Because I've done enough of this to know what does and doesn't work. So I'm going to show you how I broke it down to print. I break it down into pieces. Plus, the thing is also, if you want to print it multicolor, like a lot of people might want the tower white, them white, the silos white, and all the little buildings and sheds, and the dust collectors and pipes. You may want those to be a different color. So I just, I'm going to print one that's using white as well here in the future. So, and then of course I would paint the little doors and stuff in there, a color. So, but here I'll show you what it looks like the way I did it. Okay, that's how mine broke down, how I printed it. I'm going to try and zoom this in so you can see a little better. Yeah, so there's the little shed, that the truck shed. There's my silos. I'm going to show you something in a second. There's the train shed, the tower, of course. I made a couple extra dust collectors and the pipes that come down from the building. I just don't have them glued on right now. And there's the tall shed that goes on top. So you can do the on top part a little different. You can make it with the dust collectors instead if you want. The nice thing about this is you could actually make a cement factory out of this by putting this right in front of it and taking that and just putting a little building next to it. You could do that too, and then put a bunch of dust collectors on top. So there's a lot of things you can do with this file. Now you're going to notice this file here is modified. I'm going to show you another picture of this. Okay, this is my silos. I did not use the ones that came with it. You can. They work good. Well, these look nice and smooth. Everything's good. Don't worry about these little blocks. These are just to hollow out the inside. That was just something I have to do with this particular software. I'm using a slicer only. If you have a CAD system, you can do it much different and probably easier. So, but what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to go back to the original. Okay, so if you look here at the silos, you can see it's got little riblets kind of going around. I didn't like that. Now, if you're printing this small, this came as a Z-scale file. You can kind of see that, it says that there. No, we can zoom in and see that, but it says Z-scale Walters Grain Elevator Original. So that's, it was scaled to be a Z-scale. Now, of course, I spent, that was part of one of the things I had to do that really took some time, is taking the time to recalculate this thing to get it right. So I actually had to go online and find the specs for the N-scale version with the size, and so that's what I duplicated to make mine all the same sizes as that. So, but it actually came out quite nice. I'm very happy with it, and the silos are extremely smooth now. And well, you can kind of see that from there they are. I mean, they're absolutely perfectly smooth, and they would paint beautiful. Yeah, that's just something I do. So, but I spent a lot of time to make this work that way. So, and I also now have done, another thing I've done since I printed this one, is I've made this roof to be separate. So if I want these white, the roof can stay, I can make the roof gray. There's a couple other little flaws I had to fix on this thing. There's a little bump right there. Well, but the pipe that goes down glues right to that, so it's not a big deal. But I did change it in case someone, I wanted it to not have to use the original stuff, the original pieces, and if I want to make my own pieces to fit in there. So, but anyways, that's what I got. I think this thing came out great. I'm very happy with it, and it is exactly a good exact replica. Of course, here's a few other little things I printed in scale over time, like I say, with the building and the bridges. I got that bridge and 3 others like it. I got long bridges and short bridges. There's a lot of things I have that I have not shown that I printed for N scale, but it's pretty much unlimited. Most things you can find online, including like that big locomotive back there. You can't find it scaled like that. As a matter of fact, I think it's a O scale, or maybe even a little smaller. I know there's a scale in between O and HO, but I think that's what it is. It's not O scale. But then once you blow it up, it doesn't work right, so you got to recalculate a lot of the pieces. That train is massive. It's huge, and you can kind of tell by looking at it next to, right below the semi, that 125th scale semi. That's the scale I made the locomotive. So, anyways, there's a lot of things you can do with 3D printing. So, kind of check it out and tell me what you think. Just gonna go around this one more time. Sorry if I'm going too fast and a little wavy. I don't mean to do that, but I'm just holding this by hand. And I happened to find a little box of N-scale cards I didn't even know I had. And I ain't sure where I got them, so I just put all this stuff down on this little piece of masonite. So I'm going to take a bunch of pictures at the end of this video. You'll see a whole bunch of pictures. You'll see it as I started it, and you'll see where I made it look more like the cement factory with this in front of there and that not on top. And that kind of looks kind of neat too, to do it that way. So, well, anyways, I just want to show you this and let me know what you think. Remember, this is N scale, so just keep that in mind. So thanks for watching, and send me any comments you want. Thanks.